just because a culture is deeply rooted in tradition,
Right.
whether that's tradition is indigenous, does not mean that it is more authentic in its anthropomorphization of spirits through human perception. All right.
Wow. We haven't done a vlog in a while.
Yeah, I've been fucking busy.
Welcome back to the Antlered Crown vlog.
Welcome to that, what she said.
Yeah, we've been busy. What have we been busy doing?
I don't know.
Writing a book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one. Well, yeah and no, because since I finished writing the book, it's just like lots of little things that take over.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure what those little things are, but there's a lot of them.
But we're here. We're back. We're going to try and release a vlog every week. Try being the operative word. But we got a bit caught up in the book writing and the deadline of it. But we're here.
We made the deadline by quite a bit.
We made the deadline.
And they didn't even get back to us quick enough. I was like, I'm sure they're going to get back to us straight away.
They'll get there.
They will.
I'm sure we'll hear from them today.
Today?
Yeah. Today feels like a good day.
All right.
Anywho, what are we going to talk about today? I can already say there was a lovely discussion in our Discord recently, and it was about the spirit of things. And the topic of debate was the spirit of things varying from country to country. And,
in a nutshell. And
there was a discussion, and I'll just come out with it, and we can discuss it more. But it was the blackberry spirit in America, and how indigenous people of America view the blackberry spirit. And then another person was talking about their experience with the blackberry spirit in Britain, in the UK. And the Discord topic, not that it wasn't, I think it was a good topic to have, but I think they were both debating the same points that was being made, is that everyone has a human perception placed upon spirit, and spirit
just because
sorry, no, go ahead.
Just because a culture is deeply rooted in tradition,
right,
whether that's tradition is indigenous, does not mean that it is more authentic in its anthropomorphization of spirits through human perception. It just means they've had longer to hone it.
Right.
Is that
yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think the confusion came in because we have a different lens of what spirit is. The same thing with deities. Like if someone says, and we've talked about this before, so if you're offended, GTFO. But people being married to deities and God spousing. So like that is kind of the same vein. You're putting your own human perception on that deity and that God, and other people, not that we agree with you, but that's your own spin, that's your take on it, and that deity or God obviously is going to mean different things to different people. The same thing with spirit. And exactly. Like we had talked about your perception too of the land in America. Certain lands were more traumatized and didn't feel welcoming.
There are certain places where I go where I did not feel welcome. There are other places where I go where I felt most welcome. It's not just one over resounding thing.
Yeah.
The same in spirits. There's some spirits that just won't like you, and there'll be no other reason that they won't like you. You need to get the fuck over yourself.
Yeah.
And it's the same when it comes to deities. It's not about you. Deities do not care about you. They are ancient beings. It's like the earth. The earth is crying. You can feel it. No, you fucking can't. You're looking at your phone so much. You're downloading and intaking all of this trauma that's going on in the world, and you're not mentally equipped for it. Your brain isn't meant for all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the world and the earth telling you that. The earth don't give a shit. It was doing fine before we got here, and it will do fine after we have gone. We are killing ourselves, right? We need to take ourselves out of the equation a little bit here, all right? Because there is far too much reverence. Far too much. Witchcraft is not about reverence. It's not about it. If you want reverence, go and do a religion.
Yeah.
All right? Witchcraft is not about that. And I think
the same thing with the land. Like, if the land didn't feel welcoming in certain spaces, it's probably holding on to a trauma, and it hasn't been healed from that trauma.
But it doesn't mean it's up to you to heal it.
Yeah, it's not up to you to heal it. You know, like,
no, exactly.
That's taking voices away from other people who are indigenous and should be speaking to it.
We're trying not to leave footprints in many ways here, right?
Yeah.
And that not just to other people or other places, but also spiritual ideals and traditions and beliefs.
Right.
If you're a witch, keep your beliefs to yourself. Keep your beliefs to yourself. Your beliefs are your beliefs. It's not a religion. No one else needs to know about it.
Yeah.
When we discuss things amongst each other, right? Everything and every belief is welcome. Why? Because it's not your belief.
Yeah.
If you said to me, Elwin, I think aliens have implanted a chip in my brain, and that is why I keep seeing these spirits. They're actually kind of like holographic images from aliens. I'll be like, okay, good on you. You go and explore that avenue. I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but it's not my place to believe that.
Yeah.
Right?
It's our place. And in our Discord, what we're trying to create is that there's an acceptance of all ideas. And so I think in this case, it was important that one person had one idea that all spirits, no matter what lens is placed upon them, are just spirit. They're still going to be themselves, no matter how they change across different countries and places.
Yeah.
And another person says, well, you have to recognize the identity, the human lens that's placed on the spirit, because if we don't, then we're missing out on a big chunk of how we process that information. I think that was the point.
Yeah.
But it's not negating that perception to say that the spirit is the same in all places. It's just the same. You're saying the same thing in two different ways, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like you're a human, I'm a human. No matter where we come from, we're human.
Yeah.
Right? Our very genetics are human.
Right.
Right? So therefore, it doesn't matter. We are human. Therefore, we all follow the same characteristics when it comes to certain points that we will gravitate to, ways that we perceive the world because of the human condition. It's very different throughout different cultures and geographically, but it usually follows the same neurological pathway.
Yeah.
Right? Why is it different for spirit? Why is it different for spirit?
Yeah.
Why is it because there's an ocean between two different plants that those spirits are different? The only differences are the way that we have perceived them because of our own cultural and folkloric imprinting upon them. You know, it's one of the things here is, as witches, learn to separate yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. If anyone here has ever done courses in anthropology, all right, one of the hardest things in anthropology is not to have an opinion. You are there to silently and objectively observe.
Right.
Which will take you down interesting paths if ever you've actually done that, because you will discover tribes which follow certain religious practices that border on abuse. And yet it's not your place to judge. These people have no concept of the outside world and its laws and its societal norms or taboos.
Right.
You're there to simply witness and observe. And that can be really difficult because we are our influences. We are all the things that have happened to us, all the things that we've been taught, all the things that we've learned. But being a witch is more than that, isn't it? Yeah. Being a witch is also putting those aside and trying to remain pure to what you are.
Yeah.
Not what you've been made.
I think it's really difficult right now because being a witch also means being political.
Well, yeah,
and right
always.
now there's so much things happening in the world that we feel the need to speak out on because our voices together can make a change. But in this instance, I think the difference being is that there was no the person involved wasn't trying to say like race wasn't an issue or race wasn't part of their inherent perception.
Yeah.
That wasn't the point. The point was saying that they believed this way and you believe this way. So I think the it's hard right now not to take everything we hear, especially as an American, and the political climate and be like, what are you really trying to say, boss? Like, and try and infer if there's any inherent racism and calling it out, because you should be calling it out. But the thing is, because our hackles are so raised right now, I think everything could be something, and that's not the case a lot of the times. I think we need to put down our swords and our, just take a minute, just take a breath, just take a second.
I'm tired. All right, I'm tired.
And everyone, you know what? And that's something I loved about your book, and I hope the editor wants to keep it. But you say in the beginning of your book, don't take this word as gospel. I am not the end all be all knowledge on everything there ever is and was.
I specifically tell you, don't believe this.
Don't believe this.
Take
it with a grain of salt and make your own opinions.
Yeah.
But don't, at least in our Discord, don't put down other people or form an opinion on someone just based on the way they describe how they believe something. Just say, okay.
Also,
that's how you
when
believe
we're writing in text, a lot of things get misconstrued.
It does.
I don't like the writing in text.
There's a part of it that's just you miss all the nuances.
The amount of times I type something out and then I have to go back, read it, and I then change bits because I overthink how someone else is going to read it.
Right.
And this is the thing. I don't want anyone to ever just like I make a video.
Yeah.
And I'll put it on TikTok. And I'll say, use this, and if you haven't got that, use this instead. And then someone says, well, I've got this. Will that work? And then someone else chimes in and says, no, you idiot. He said use this. If you can't, and it's like, just stop. If you don't have it, then just either go and get it or leave it out.
You have to use your own intuition a bit here, guys.
Yeah, but just because I said it, it doesn't mean it's not the fucking gospel. We're not starting a cult or a religion, right? Like, I don't want to cause problems.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cause problems because I've said something and then so everyone's upset.
Yeah.
Because I said it or feels the need to defend what I say.
Yeah.
I'm more than capable of defending myself. I'm British. We have sarcasm running through us.
Your lifeblood. It's in
literally,
the tea.
It's a language of affection for Brits. We are sarcastic bastards. Right? And but no, I think that's important.
Yeah,
you?
I do too. I think it's very easy to get offended if you're looking to get offended.
But here's the thing: the Discord is a safe place.
Yeah, that's what we want overall.
It's a safe place. You can disagree with someone.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying everyone has to placate each other.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Unless someone is being outwardly racist, right? Then there's a difference. If they're being outwardly racist, they're gone. There are no points. There are no strikes. They're gone.
Yeah.
Right? And it's the same for anyone who is made to feel unsafe in the Discord.
Definitely.
We've always kept that rule, and we've had to use that rule and enforce it a few times. Like literally twice.
2 or 3 times, yeah.
2 or 3 times.
And we've run the Discord 5 years now.
Is it really?
Yeah. Coming up on 5 years this November.
That's amazing.
Join the Patreon.
Yeah, we're making it sound great.
No, I think this was a really good discussion topic, and I actually really appreciate. I think every party was really respectful in that, and actually made me think. I think a lot of people actually appreciated that discourse and how those differing opinions made them think deeper about their local spirits.
A lot of people
how
told
they
me
perceive
the same.
them.
Yeah. Like, for instance, if you're working with a spirit and then you see the image of the spirit, do you honestly think that's what that spirit looks like? Honestly. Because it doesn't. It uses the inherent memories, the subconscious and subliminal imagery that you hold within your brain through the experiences that you have lived in your life to put together. Your brain is literally showing you what it thinks it's seeing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like trying to look at a color that you don't fully understand. So your brain just well, it's blue then. It's kind of bluish green. There you go. And it's not. But that's the closest that your brain can comprehend it to. That's exactly the same thing. Based upon your geographical, your cultural, your familial influences, all of these things.
Yeah.
All right? Now, when it comes, I will say this. Now, this is my, as I said, this is my belief. I believe that there is a tier when it comes to spirits, right? The same as there is a tier when it comes to us. You are not your spirit, right? You're a mind, which is the projection, the thought of a spirit, a temporary, completely brand new version of your spirit, right? Because if you were your spirit, you'd know everything and there would be no point living this life. And just like that, you have other spirits. You have lower forms of spectral spirit, higher forms of spectral spirit, and they are all living on different states right now. All right? You are just one. You are the kind of go-between. Right?
Yeah.
But why would it not be any different for a plant? If a plant has an over-resounding spirit, we petition the spirit of blackberry, right? The spirit of blackberry. Now, that in particular spirit as a life form may have essence in the form of animism. But then beyond that, it has a greater consciousness just like your own, which you can petition as well. For goodness sakes, we do the same with planets. Planets don't have just one sigil, they have 3 sigils. 3 different seals for different things, different forms of intelligence, different forms of emotional states of that planet. It is no different. So you have to consider that, is it the essential spirit of the plant that is the cultural reference, or the over-resounding spirit? Or is it then even something that is then identified within the genus loci of the place, the spirit of place, and where it falls within that? Because blackberries here are very different to blackberries in America, but because of the different plants they support, they rely on, they counter with.
The different animals, how the animals transfer seeds.
The biodiversity is different. And so therefore it is shaped differently. But that doesn't mean it's completely different on every spectrum. And we have to remember that, a spoon is not just a spoon, right? A truth is not really a truth in witchcraft in any sense of the word. So although we have our own beliefs, and especially injustices, which I appreciate and I can sympathize entirely with, or empathize entirely with as well. However, within the world of witchcraft, we all have that one thing in common. We wish to work and live among spirits to the best harmony that we can achieve. If by doing so it creates friction within us, then we are going backwards, not forwards. Right?
Hope that made sense.
I hope so. It's like this. Do you remember the Spirit House?
I feel like everybody in that situation was right in their own way. So.
No, as we said, everyone was. That's the thing. Everyone was kind of saying
Everyone's
the same
saying
thing.
the same thing through a different lens.
But it has nothing to do with colonialism.
No.
It never does. Do you honestly think a blackberry bush that is growing either here, there, anywhere in the world gives a fuck about colonialism? It's a blackberry bush. Stop projecting you onto these things, and the less you project yourself onto them, the easier it is to actually view them, to work with them. Looking back really clutters you when it comes to trying to access spirit, going by what you think you know and what you know of the past and what has worked before can really mess you up, because this isn't the past. This is different. Anyway, I don't think I've conversed this well. I'd probably just piss more people off because I get like that. But I hope that everyone understands where I'm coming from here.
We tried our best. what a vlog to come back into. All right. Well, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.